Outriders is officially out. So let's take a look and see if it's worth your hard earned time and money. Oh, and one more thing. Welcome to the night shift. Let's get you guys clocked in. How's it going, everybody? It is I, your one and only shift leader Logan, and I'm here to talk about Outriders. Now, like I said last week on Friday, you might be a little confused because it is not, in fact, Friday. It is Monday. And we're going to talk about that a little bit here in the video. But unfortunately, due to some slight launch errors with Outriders, we weren't able to get our full take on Outriders until about today, really. So, that all being said, let's get into the nitty gritty of Outriders and find out if it's really worth your hard earned time and money. So, we already went over a lot of Outriders when the demo came out. And when the demo came out, we talked about how Outriders scored 7.5 at their best because its gameplay was good, its graphics were decent, but it really was lacking in the audio and visuals department. Like it had some issues. The gameplay was good, the story was good. That's what dropped its score. So the big question for us when we were going into this was, did they fix those issues that people saw in the demo? And I think it's a wholeheartedly yeah. Yeah, they did. I'm not saying that it's perfect by any means. I mean, look at their launch. I mean, we've been plagued with these server issues where people can't sign in. And that was what kind of prevented us from actually doing our review. But at the same time, one, at least for me, the main reason why I don't hold that against them comes down to when you have a company who is making a game for an audience, your key thing, right, is you need to communicate with your audience and let them know about these issues. And Outriders team has been so fantastic about talking with their audience and letting them know, hey, listen, we've heard you guys. Or, hey, we noticed this almost immediately. We're on it. Like, just give us like a solid minute and a half and we'll figure this out. Mind you, it's not been a minute and a half. It's been a little longer. But they have been working on it. And I don't know about you guys, but any team that works through a holiday, or at least, has some people working through a holiday, tells me that they're serious about making sure that we're happy. Now, do I applaud that kind of behavior? Like, oh yeah, every team should work through a holiday? No, 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 no. I want teams to have their rest and relax a little bit. But my point is, right, they want us, their audience, to be happy with this game, and I think it truly shows because the demo was fun. Excuse me, there, I had a little hiccup there. The demo was super fun, and I enjoyed what I played of it. And the game just increases upon that. And I'm glad that we decided that we were going to wait, because I actually was going to come into this saying that there were some glitches that we weren't able to see in the demo that showed up. But thankfully, we waited, and I was able to find out they're not glitches. They're just mechanics that I don't necessarily agree with. One of which, right, is, for instance, if you played the demo, right, if you killed all the enemies in the area, they were dead. And the only way you could get them to come back is if you replayed a mission, or if you joined a friend server and you were fighting them there. And that's the same case here in the full game. Once you kill all the enemies in that given sector, they are dead. Now, the only way that they respawn is if you go to the next sector and play there and then jump back. Once you come back to that sector, all the enemies respawn again. Now, I respect their choice in that matter. It didn't really work for me. I kind of felt like that took me out of it a lot. But it's a choice nonetheless. So, I can't necessarily say it's a glitch or anything like that. But I have really been enjoying my time with Outriders. And almost everyone on the crew has been talking and going like, "Oh man, I'm going to get it," or I already have it. I'm just downloading it. So this is definitely a game that we enjoyed, and I think you guys would too, because this game adds a level of complexity but fun at the same time. Because see, like for me, I'm letting the game do the work for me. It chooses my difficulty level, it scales me up, and all that stuff. I'm letting it do that for me because I want to see if I can get better. But maybe you're not into that hardcore stuff. Maybe you just want to go in guns a-blazing and tearing people up. Guess what? You can lower the world tier, just like in the demo, and tear away. Blow through the story if you want to. But that's the big key, right? We all love the story. We all love the gameplay. And they just increased, everything that was there. They polished it. As far as I can tell, my big concern going in was, like I said, the audio and visuals. And the big key thing with the audio and visuals wasn't necessarily that they were bad. It was just there was one thing, and that was that audio sync issues. Anything between voices talking when lips weren't moving to gunshots happening and then the gun shoots or something like that. Just weird stuff like that. And that was a huge thing in the demo that just really pulled not just me but everyone on the team out, and it just kind of bummed us out. But thankfully, for the most part, that has been fixed. I'm not saying it's completely fixed, because it's not. I have noticed sometimes when I go to this lady in this base area here, she will talk and her character model just kind of like doesn't move her lips. She just turns around. And I think that was more of we thought we could get away with that. But again, it's so little and minute. I mean, it's not a huge deal. So, where does Outriders land officially, right? And I know I haven't necessarily gone through the whole 4 points and stuff, but we did that last time. There's no need in beating a dead horse and going like, well, let's have this long video and talk about the same stuff we did before. No. We talked about it all. Everyone's on the same page. I just wanted to give you guys an updated video of the actual game and talk about and give our final full scores on this game. And I gotta say, I think they improved it. I think the story stays as it is. I think the its score was very good. It's gameplay. It's the same, if not a little better, just for the simple fact that we got to see the actual crafting mechanic of the game, which I think is super generous and super fun. I mean, I was talking on several social media platforms about how if you've got the game and you wanted some tips, my biggest tip, right, is if you found a really good gun that you like, maybe you just got a blue weapon, maybe you just got a green weapon, and You're like, oh, it's only a level 6 or whatever, but I really like how that looks, or I like its stats. Save it. Just save it. Because in the long run, you might actually get to use it with the crafting system because you can level up stuff and do other things with it. So definitely, save stuff like that. It really can make a difference. So that's gameplay. Audio and visuals, they fixed a bunch of it, and it seems to be a lot smoother. So for me, personally, that increases its score. So overall, I think I'm going to give Outriders, especially taking into account how transparent and how well they've handled this server issue, I think for me, I'm going to give Outriders a 9. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. I'm definitely going to be playing it on my off time and having fun and enjoying myself. So I think you all should pick up a copy, whether it be physical, digital, whatever. It is fun. It's enjoyable. Definitely check it out. So, that all being said, I've got a few little seconds here, so let's talk about the rest of the week, right? Because we're already got a review here at the beginning of the week, so how's the rest of the week look? The rest of the week is going to go as planned. So, not tomorrow. I'm already screwing it up. Wednesday, you are getting another part in our Resident Evil 7 video series. So be sure to check that out. And then Friday, we are doing a review. I don't know what yet, but we are doing one. So be sure to check all that out. And I will see you guys next time.